Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Pramod, and I shall be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 819th meeting of Medley Toastmasters Club. Before we begin our meeting, I would like to mention 3 housekeeping rules to ensure the smooth flow of the meeting. Firstly, kindly switch off or silence your devices to ensure a noise-free meeting. I shall give you 10 seconds to do so. Please give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Thank you. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, or politics. So, kindly refrain from discussing such topics. Thirdly, please do not cross-talk. We must each have a mission in our lives to help achieve our goals. Our Toastmasters Club certainly has one. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a positive and supportive learning experience wherein members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, thereby resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Please be attentive throughout the meeting and encourage the speakers with your warm smiles and applause. Let's have a great meeting. I now have the pleasure of introducing our president. She is a general physician by profession and the mother of 2 sons. She believes that consistency is the key to success. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Anuradha.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms of the Day, Toastmaster Pramod, for setting the stage and drilling the ground rules. Gavel. Good evening, Medley family members and guests. With the sound of this gavel, I declare meeting number 819 open. I like to recognize the dignitaries. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, Past President. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman Chittamani, Past President. I like to welcome our guests. Hari Krishnan, Mahalingam, Ramakrishnan for the today's meeting. Welcome. And I will welcome our members also. Integrity, service, respect, and excellence are the core values of Toastmasters. Last 3 weeks, we have recollected about the first 3. Today, we'll discuss a little bit about excellence. Excellence is not perfection. It is being better. It is a mindset. It is a habit. It is a way of life. It is not being the best of all. It is being best of yours. In Toastmasters, joining Toastmasters itself is a commitment towards excellence. The members will know, for the benefit of guests, I am telling, when you join as a member, you will be given roles and you will be taking the pathway and you will be giving speech. So stepping on the stage or taking any leadership roles is a pathway towards excellence. And Toastmasters also recognizes our excellence through awards and certifications. So excellence is not a destination, it's a journey. So with this, I like to hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster America.
Today's theme is flow. But I'm going to start with happiness, go into what flow is, and then come back to happiness. What makes people happy? What makes people happy?
Money.
Money. What else?
Biryani.
Biryani is important.
Getting what they want.
Getting what they want. Yes.
Recognition.
Sorry?
Recognition.
Recognition, relationships, health. There are so many things that different people have different perspectives. You can have a big house, a big bank balance, a nice car, nice vacations. But research has found that the thing that makes people happy, once the basic needs are met, how much ever material wealth you add, it is not going to make any difference to your happiness. That's what research has found. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Today I want to talk about the work of a Hungarian researcher and psychologist. His name is Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, and he did his doctoral work at University of Chicago. His doctoral thesis was about, he conducted an experiment. He called it the experience sampling method. In this experiment, hundreds of people participated. What they had to do was to wear an electronic paging device for a whole week. And what he would do is, he would page them at random intervals several times each day. Each person had to sit down and record at that moment what it is that they were doing and how they were feeling. Do you know what was the result of that experiment? Most people were happy when they were doing meaningful work, when they were fully involved and immersed in their meaningful work. That was the finding from his research. So he went on to talk about what is called the optimal experience and flow. He coined the term flow. So what is flow? Flow is this intense state when you are totally focused in one activity. So much so that nothing else matters. You lose track of time. Time stands still. And then you don't feel hunger, you don't feel thirst. All you're doing is, you are there and your work is there, you don't feel anything else. That is the state of flow. For example, you take a surgeon or a marathon runner or a rock climber, Olympic athletes. When they are involved in their activity, there is no room for feeling self-conscious. They are not able to think about who is looking at me, are they judging me? What did I do yesterday? Did I hurt somebody's feelings? What am I going to do about that problem tomorrow? There is no room for any other distraction. They are 100% involved in their activity and they are lost in their activity. That is the state of flow. Now, how can people like us get into a flow state? There are several conditions which are required for somebody to be in a flow state. I think the first thing is, you should be involved in an activity that is not too difficult. If it is very challenging, then people become anxious. If it is very easy, people become bored. So those kind of activities where your skill level and the challenge level is not matched, you won't be able to get into flow. It should be just matched such that you have to stretch your skills, work a little bit more to meet that challenge. That's one of the primary conditions. The other thing is, you should have clarity of goals. You should know clearly what it is that you are trying to accomplish. Only when you have that, you can focus on that activity. Then, one more important requirement is that you should have minute-to-minute feedback about what you are doing. For example, chess players, they know exactly what will happen based on their move. They have feedback about what's going to happen next, what the other person can do. When you have the minute-to-minute feedback about what you are doing, then you can understand, whether you're doing it right and which way you need to go. You can make you have some choices and you can make some decisions. So these are some of the conditions by which anybody can get into flow. So much about the theme for now. Now we'll get on with the meeting. Today's meeting is going to have 3 parts. The first part is the prepared speakers. They are going to come and deliver speeches about in their chosen pathway. There are going to be 2 speakers. The second part is the TT session. Next week we are having a table topics contest, and so we are going to have a mock TT session today. And the third part is going to be the evaluation session. So coming to evaluations, let me introduce our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sintana. She is a software professional and she is very passionate about automobiles. She's been working in the automotive industry and she wants to be an inspiration to her kids. Welcome, Toastmaster Sintana. Good afternoon all.
We all would have heard many powerful and impactful speeches, right? So one such example is Steve Jobs, who is known for his legendary product delivery speeches. So at the first glance, he may feel like he is delivering the speech effortlessly and also flawlessly. But what is behind the scenes? He has a team who is helping him in refining his speech and providing the feedback so that he is able to refine his speech in detail. So, for a powerful speech, for a powerful speech, practice and feedback is really important. So that is proven with Steve Jobs with this example. Hence, Toastmasters is also paying more attention towards the evaluation. So today, my role as a general evaluator, I would use this powerful tool of evaluation to improve our speeches. So as a general evaluator, my role has 3 segments. First, I would coordinate the evaluators. Then I have the tag team, timer, accounter, and the grammarian who could provide you the quantitative evaluation. Then I would provide my general feedback about the complete meeting. First, I would call upon the tag team to introduce themselves and also to provide their rules and guidelines. First, I would call upon the timer, Toastmaster Kritika, who is a HR professional who is also interested in reading in books like autobiographies and also about world histories. So welcome, Toastmaster.
Hello everyone. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. As a timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green card, yellow card and the red card, which denote the specific time remaining. The table topic speaker should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card, and at 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Most the other speeches, it should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluations, it should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card, and at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Mr. and Madam Toastmasters and my dear guests. Thank you.
Toastmaster Kritika. Now I would welcome our accountant, Toastmaster Hari Krishnan. Toastmaster Hari Krishnan is a lawyer by profession. And he is also called as Mr. Perfect. So imagine how perfect he is. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
And after joining a club that first time that I've been doing a role play now. So he is an accountant that where we will be thinking that speakers generally they use when they have been using filler words like that kind of a words, and that's a part that there will be a repetitive of words what they will use. I and you know that all these kind of words will be there. In general, we do a practice that we have to in our speech that it should not be there. So it is that the system that what they've been placed now that to tell them that when they have been making a speech that how many times that you have been using these kind of filler words and these things which been done. So I am here only to observe you people, and after coming back here to tell that which speaker has used how many times these kind of filler words. That's my duty of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hari Krishnan. Now I would call upon grammarian Raja Annamalai. He is also an IT professional working in a UK MNC, and he joined Toastmasters only last month. You can see his active contribution in our club. So welcome, Raja Annamalai.
The American author John Didion once said, "Grammar is a piano I play by the ear." Meaning, a good grammar makes your words soothing like music from a piano. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters. and dear guests. I'm Raja Annamalai. I'm playing a role as a grammarian for the day. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. So I'll make a note of any improper language, any outstanding words, quotes, sayings or thoughts used by the speakers. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So today the word of the day, so what we have chosen is the bamboozle, where I have affixed here, which means to trick, deceive or confuse someone. So for example of the word, the salesman completely bamboozled me into buying an expensive gadget which I didn't need. Or else we can say the politician bamboozled the voters with empty promises. Okay, I would request each speakers to use the word of the day. So I'll give at the end of the meeting, I'll give the report. So when it has been called upon for my role, and also I'll also report the usage of the words of the day. I wish all the very best for the today's speakers. Thank you.
Toastmaster Raja Annamalai. So today also we have an evaluation for all the table topic speakers. So that is special today. So after this I will hand over the podium to the Toastmaster of the week.
We'll start with the prepared speeches session. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Pradeep. Before I call him, I request his evaluated Toastmaster Kausalya to read the speech objectives.
Toastmaster Pradeep is giving a speech on Pathway Motivational Strategy, Project 2, Writing a Speech with Purpose. The purpose of this project is for the member is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech. Duration is 5 to 7 minutes. All the rest good.
He's a corporate sales manager with Butterfly, and he believes that there is nothing like tomorrow. And Toastmaster Pradeep, 4 golden rules, Toastmaster Pradeep.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster and my dear guests. Before I start, let me ask you, how many have failed in exam or in interview? Congratulations. After all these failures, we are still alive. Why? Because as a child, I used to believe that getting failed in exam or interview or in life is the end of the world. But then I found 4 golden rules which helps me to overcome my all obstacles. Let me share with you how I discover these rules while facing my challenges. Starting with my first challenge, it is exam fear. Yes, like many students, I too have exam fear. I used to have exam fever. I study day and night, but I really don't know. Whenever I look at my question paper, my heartbeat increase, my mind get blank, and result will not be as per my expectation. I get bamboozled. I'm sorry, bamboozled. I don't know what to do. But then, till I found that basic fundamental rule of this challenging problem, that is acceptance. Just imagine that I'm asking you not to think about mangoes. Just start thinking about mangoes, right? That's how the brain works. When you start denying something, it dominates your mind. This concept I learned when my coach, Mr. Pandian, was trying to teach me that, Pradeep, if you want to win your next race, accept mentally that you lost the previous one. I understand and try to implement the same in my studies. I accept my fear towards my exams. I try to seek the solution for it. I learn by preparing monthly exams, and finally I give my best shot in my final exams. Later only I understand that exam is not a punishment. It's kind of achieving or preparing yourself for next level. Come to my second fear. It is comparison. In school, I wasted my precious time by comparing myself with others. I often find myself in a situation where I was not happy with myself. I compare my ability, I compare my achievement. In fact, I used to compare myself, my appearance with others. I really don't know what to do. Then in the year of 2008, I understand that when I was watching a movie called Kung Fu Panda, when you start believing yourself, that when I was watching a movie called Kung Fu Panda, I understood that if you want to create something special, you don't need to add additional things. You just to believe that it is a special. There I found my second golden rule, that to believe and concentrate on your own ability. The day I start believing on my own strength, bang, everything got changed. I'm performing better. In fact, I was a topper of my class in my college. I was among the 60 students who have cleared national level entrance exam for the university. Later I understand that there is no secret, just you have to believe and focus on your ability. Come to my third challenge. It was a stage fear. Actually, I don't have a stage fear. If you ask me to walk, if you ask me to dance, I'm more comfortable. But talking logically in front of the larger audience, unfamiliar audience, that makes it a challenge for me. It's all about overthinking what you people will think about me, whether I can deliver my message properly, whether what others will talk about me, I should not do any mistake, blah, 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 everything. Trust me, it was very difficult for me to overcome this. But my third and fourth golden rules helps me to bounce back from this challenge. Starting with the third rule, it's enjoying the process. Especially when after joining the Toastmaster, soon I understand, once you start enjoying the entire process, you don't need to worry about the result. Instead of thinking what others will talk about you, what evaluators talk about your speech, today I am here to enjoy this moment. I want to connect with the audience, to learn, to improvise my skill, and improvise my skill in next level. I am happy that I joined Toastmasters, which became a turning point of my life. And why I'm telling you, because after giving my icebreaker speech, I have immediately got a reference to deliver the same speech in IIM Trichy Alumni Toastmaster Club. After that session, it boosted my confidence. But I know that that is not going to solve my permanent solution. That's the reason my fourth golden rules comes into the picture. Before I share my fourth golden rules, I just want to ask, how many of you brushed your teeth today? Yes. But if I ask how many of exercised today? Few of them. Why so? Because brushing your teeth is a habit, but exercise is not. So that comes my fourth rule, consistency. So I believe that all these four rules will help you to overcome all your challenges. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Aragiri. I call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Shankar, to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, dear Modi. My staff speaker, Toastmaster Aragiri, is going to deliver a speech from Presentation Mastery Pathway, Project Level 1, Project 3, that is related to Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. That is for the purpose of this project is for the member to practice using the vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech. All the best.
Thank you. Toastmaster Aragiri is from Kallakurichi. He loves travel and he loves sports. And one of the things he believes in is every year go to one place you've never been to before. It's a great way for to learn new things. Toastmaster Aragiri, the angel. The angel, Toastmaster Aragiri.
Today, I could see many men are sitting here. I wanted to start my speech by asking a question. Just guess the answer. We all have one person who has more vocal varieties and their voice of their pitch will be sometimes high, sometimes low, and modulation of their speech will be sometimes horrible. Can you guess who that person might be?
wife.
That's right. That's right. But I am not going to agree with that. But I am not going to agree with that. If after this speech, if I go to my home, I will not get food, and I will get separate mat and pillows. I don't want to face that kind of situation. But I have 3 persons in my life that I will never forget. Let us see who are those. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. First person, my correspondent sir. His voice will be always at a high pitch. One evening, we were playing football in the ground. My team got free kick. I was the striker and my correspondent sir was the goalkeeper. I took the shot. He tried to catch, but ball hit his finger. He was injured for a week. But it was goal. From that moment on, he never liked me. One day, I went to watch a movie. I got by one of our teachers. He immediately called and told to correspondent sir that Alagiri was out of hostel and he was watching movie. My correspondent sir, he already arrived in the hostel and he was waiting for me. I saw his bike in front of hostel. My correspondent sir and my hostel in charge madam, they were standing beside. My voice was, "Pochira inniki saniyam bike la vandirukku." Now my entry. I about to enter. He called me. Alagiri. I just turned. I got one slap on my cheek. Where did you went, man? Sir, I went tuition. Again, I got one cheek. I know you were at the movie. Don't lie to me. I was standing like this. Tomorrow onwards, I don't want to see you here. Pack your bags and vacate the hostel. And then he walked out there. My second person, my hostel in charge, Madam Vijay Kumari. Her voice will be always in soft tone, and she was very kind-hearted person. She is the one who recommended to correspondent sir that Alagiri is exceptionally good guy. We can warn him and leave. Correspondent sir also agreed with that. Here I wanted to say about my Vijay Kumari madam. She was the main reason where I am now. She was the one who grown me from 5 years to 18 years. Because of her, I studied in the hostel for all the 12 years. And she was the one who told me that I am good in academic, but only focus area I need to do is to develop my communication skills. But sad thing is, she is no more. My third person, my English coach, Mr. Muruganand. His voice will be, when he speaks, his voice, his pace, his tone, we are always spot on. As advised by Vijay Kumari madam, I joined in English coaching center. I didn't speak a word in English because of hesitation and stage fright. My English teacher publicly said, Alagiri doesn't speak a word in English, he is illiterate. Such a poor village boy. I got tensed. I was about to enter to my class and I delivered the following speech. Good evening to everybody. Let me introduce myself to you all. For your kind information, if you think only literates are educated, then I am not educated. If you people accept one who is cultured, is really educated, definitely then I am more educated than you all. Then I walked up from the class. What I learnt is, some may come and some may go, but very few truly become role model in our life. Like my hostel in charge, the angel, Vijay Kumari madam. I miss her a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. I agree. Before we start the mock PT session, I just wanted to give like a little thing to think about based on the theme flow. In Canada, there is a native Indian community. What they do is they go and settle in one place, and then they go and settle down in one place. They camp there. They figure out, where to fish, where to hunt, what to do, how to build the houses, where it is safe, etc. Then everything goes well. They start agriculture. They all settle down and have a good life. After about 25 or 30 years, the elders in the tribe, they forcibly move the entire tribe to a different location. So why would they do that? They force the tribe to move to a different location after completely settling down and having everything, working according to the way they want. So this is because they felt that everybody needs a challenge. Everybody needs a purpose. Everybody needs to work towards something and learn new things. If everything is easy and comes to you, then you become complacent. So you will not have that purpose to learn something. So that is one of the things, when you have something to do, something that needs you, then you get into a state of flow. You work hard, you improve your skills, you get into a state of flow. So I just wanted to bring up this point. Now we'll go on to the mock TT session. The mock TT session is in preparation for the table topic contest next week, and it will be conducted by distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman Chintamani. He's been the past president of Medley twice. He's become the distinguished Toastmaster title. He's won it twice. He's published 2 books. So today he will be conducting the mock TT session. I invite him to come over. All the table topic speeches will be evaluated then and there, right after the speech, and the evaluation will be done by distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham. He's been a past president of Medley too, and he was the district PR manager earlier for District 32. He's a sought after mentor and coach. I welcome distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham. Okay, distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman will talk about the way it is going to be conducted.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, last week we had an education speaker, Toastmaster Adil, who talked about different aspects of table topic speeches. So one pertinent question with which he opened his education session was, what is the difference between a regular TT session in a club and what is the difference between a table topic contest? And I think many of us gave different kind of reasons. One vital answer that was universally accepted was that normally in a club level contest we have very simple topics like what is your favorite book, who is your favorite author, what is your favorite dish. So these are all some of the simplest topics that are normally meant for guests. But in a contest, normally a topic is carefully chosen, so which is a thought-provoking quote and a metaphorical quote. So in order to use table topic contest, so we should be familiar with these kind of quotes. So sometimes one major challenge here is, since the quote is little lengthy, even I do this mistake, so difficult to grasp the second part of it, right? So we only listen few words and then try to manage. If you are already comfortable with the certain quotes, so go through some of the quotes, then you will be able to understand what the topic master is giving. So today the table topic mock contest, so main idea is you need to understand the concept and then talk a relevant subject. If not, don't worry. So go back and then try to prepare for the same topic. Who knows? The same topic may come for the contest. Many times that has happened, right? So let's start with the contest. Are you all ready? Yes. So first let me call upon Toastmaster Pravina. Toastmaster Pravina. Success has many fathers, but failure is an orphan. Success has many fathers, but failure is an orphan. Toastmaster Pravina.
Success has many fathers, but failure is an orphan. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Have you all noticed, whenever we see a movie and in real life, An orphan is someone who always comes out to be much bolder and stronger. That's because whenever you are faced with a lot of adversities, there is a lot of pressure in you, but at the same time, that is what teaches you much more than what you actually think you are capable of. Maybe you don't have visible father, but failure brings in a lot of invisible fathers, mentors, and so many other people who make you what you are. And I am definitely one of those people who thought I never had anyone when I went through all my failures, but only to come out extremely strong now, because I believe in myself. Many of us ask, who is your guide? Who is this person? Who is that person? But is there anyone who says, listen to your consciousness? Because if you listen to your consciousness, that is what success is. Because it requires a lot of courage for you to listen to your consciousness, to break free from whatever has been holding you, and then you become something which you never thought you would become. So maybe you have a lot of fathers, but those fathers maybe temporarily will guide you. But the ultimate guide for an orphan is the consciousness, and that consciousness will take you far, far away than what you think or ever imagined.
Thank you, Praveen. It's all what can occur within my mind with all its limitations. So, apologies straight away. You looked down, you thought for a while, then you looked at all of us, plus us with a smile, which is good. But the question here was, success has many fathers, failure is an orphan. That is one plane. You took on the other level. You started with the orphan. Here, orphan is the failure. So you took on the orphan and said, orphan becomes bolder, comes across difficulties, which is a nice plane, which is a slightly different plane. But nobody will notice because you went along beautifully. But I'm just, so my story is here, take off, cruise, nobody knows what you're talking about. I mean it, I don't have a timer, I think I must stop in 90 seconds. Okay. Then you went on a third one. You know, the third chapter we talked about consciousness. And he said, success, the best father is consciousness. Beautiful thought. And not the many fathers who misguide you. So, in other words, I thought it worked in 3 different levels. Some integration would make it even more marvelous. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The actual meaning of this quote is, once success is achieved, many people are there to come and take credit, but when some failure happens, no one wants to take ownership. That is the actual meaning. So for the next topic, may I invite Toastmaster Jayashree. Toastmaster Jayashree. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Toastmaster Jayashree.
The ships are definitely meant to sail. It's not definitely for it to be stuck in a place. That's what life is all about. If we are living our life for survival, it's fine. But if we need to prove that we are existing in this place, we need to move. And for that, we need to balance what we have got in place. That's what life has taught me when I moved from my hometown to Malaysia to do my master's there. Initial days of me staying in Malaysia away from my parents taught me a lot of things. To handle everything on my own, right from cooking to taking care of my home, house works, and then my studies, and then coming back and then working in part-time. But at one point in time, I felt stuck and I called my mother and then said like, Ma, I'm coming back home. I don't want to do my second year there. And then listening to all my speech on that day, she asked me what really went well on that day. I said like, my roommate, Pavitra, she prepared my lunch and dinner knowing my hectic schedule. She asked me, did you ever say a thank? Did you ever thank her on that? I said like, no. Imagine if you're stuck at one place and if you're trying to balance a lot of things in your life, there will be someone like Pavitra or someone like me in the form of Pavitra who would always be there to guide you. You are lucky enough to have Pavitra in your life. Maybe others would not even have gotten her. At one point in time, even if you get stuck, look around. It's okay to lean on others and move forward. And always the ships are meant to sail and not to get stuck. And in life, it's always good to balance things and move forward rather than staying in one place back into
Bicycle, so very visual. Balance, the logic of that. The question was, it was inherent in the question, yes, she picked that up. But top of the mind, the word she remembered was, ships are not for docking, they are for sailing. It's a famous thing. It is the other question he might ask, just after that. So she clung, that's a trick, friends. She got onto that. She took off on the basis of that wind that came her way. Then she went to Malaysia, doing her, working alone, living alone. Then she became homesick. Mother, the Zen guru in Indian saris, tells her, be thankful, thank Pavitra. If you look at it, it's in three parts. First is what she knows she clung on to, which is the ship story. Then she went on to her story, which is always a smart thing to do. Like a cat, once you learn in this terrible topics, try and go to your own story, because you are the master. She did that. And then she talked about a universal principle about lean on others, which is fine, but move on. Move on was smart because the question was about moving. This is what is called completing the circle. She almost veered away from it, deliberate or not, I don't mean, it doesn't matter. But she moved on and gave me the feeling all along she was talking about the cycle and the movement. That's the trick. By the way, you can disagree because you asked the question. If you can disagree with me, I'm saying.
Yeah. So actually, all these topics come under broad themes. So last week again, Adil mentioned about themes. So there will be around 10 to 12 themes. So according to, for example, you will have a theme like the success, failure, then knowledge and wisdom, then relationship and friendship. Then you have something known as perseverance and hard work. So for each one of them, if you know a story or if you know a quote, then from there you can have a starting point. So for example, almost a similar quote she started saying that ships are not meant for anchoring, it is meant for sailing. So which is almost like riding a bicycle. That was a fantastic. The third speaker for today's session would be Toastmaster Venkatesan. Toastmaster Venkatesan, an entire sea of water cannot sink a ship unless it gets inside a ship. An entire sea of water cannot sink a ship unless it gets inside a ship. Toastmaster Venkatesan.
Yeah, thank you for the nice topic. The entire sea cannot sink its ship, but small drop with a small bowl, it can sink the ship. What we used to think about that negative attitude. Life is full of, some people I've noticed that they have negative attitude. They don't, even in my workplace, even in my house, my relatives, they will talk about like only the failures. They don't take the next step to move forward. I used to tell them, life is full of problems for everyone. Like take example of Ambani, Steve Jobs, Microsoft. They will have a problem, but they will overcome. They will think that what they want to do there. If they face any failures, either in the business or any other thing, in the personal also, they will find out a solution to move towards life. That is why, whenever the small bowl can destroy, like the small problem occurs, just try to fix the problem, then life will be happy. Thank you for the next topic.
Thank you.
The entire sea of water cannot sink the ship unless the water gets into the ship. A place full of thugs like such a jail, one holy man, he will continue to be holy, though all around him have thugs of all shades. What I'm saying is, a thing like this, you can either do like Venkatesh did. He talked about there are some negative people who only think bad, but there are positive people like Steve Jobs. So suddenly he gains our acceptance. Steve Jobs, who find a problem, they solve it, they fix it. So therefore he took that pose. Then he brought it on himself, saying that I have come across this in my office, in my home. I was worried it's getting recorded. So he took that second line thing. Why? The one that I threw is, you can also try this. Find a parallel, find a simile. In a jail, a holy man, full of water, but until it enters the ship, you are safe. Just you can throw a simile, just a thought that occurred to me.
Thank you so much. Fourth, I'll invite our guest, distinguished Toastmaster Sugan. Sugan, a candle does not lose anything by lighting another candle. A candle does not lose anything by lighting another candle. Distinguished Toastmaster Sugan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for inviting me. And I was here last year. Came once and was meeting myself in Dhaka. Okay, nice to see some people I recognize you. Okay, my name is Sugan Kumar. I'm from Connecticut, USA. So I've been here, so I just contacted him because I've been a Toastmaster for a while. To answer your question, now I can talk about mentors. The reason why I joined, I'm part of 2 clubs in the US. I'm just going to talk one about my mentor, and then I mentor people also. Regarding my mentor, when I first joined my club, One State Street Toastmasters, it's in Hartford, Connecticut. The reason I joined that, because not that I wanted to, but my doctor said that I had to, because I had a brain injury in 2004 and was passed away. But after coming back, he said my speech got affected totally, so they needed me to speak. And I was looking around. Actually, it's in my place I work, it's called Hartford Steamboat, it's a company I work for. They had a Toastmasters, so that's how I ended up joining. And just want to mention Rich Coacher. Rich, so thank you so much. He's a gentleman constantly meeting me, trying to get myself back to what I was. No, it's not 100%, I'm trying. So I really, one thing most important is leadership and mentorship is very important. But people who just joining, they're not coming there just to have fun. They want to get better. That's a goal. Where we had problems with their speeches, stuff like that. That's one thing. So that's very, the relationship between mentor and the mentorship is very important. And one more thing I just wanted to mention. I had a brain injury, like I said. I always say people, there's 2 things I always say. It's all about be perspective in life, be positive in life. It's very important. If I was bad, my mom would have been, that's good. Other thing I always say, when we go and we talk about this, everybody wants to be a millionaire. Who doesn't want to be, right? Everyone wants to be. But I always say, it's not about that. It's always in mind, which is good. But the most important thing, think of people who are less fortunate than you. When you have that perspective, because God has given us house, friends, whatever. You see on the roads, you see people there. When you think in that perspective, you'll be a lot better. God has given us anything. So what I'm trying to say, bottom line is, try to be a good person, good human being. That's what I'm always trying for. So I want to thank Mr. Sir for letting me join today, and thank you.
Sorry, your good name is?
Sugan.
Sugan, got it, thank you. So, DGM Sugan took off on the topic of a candle can light another candle without getting lost at all, anything at all. He started off being a Toastmaster, having been a hard-boiled Toastmaster. In Toastmasters, mentor-mentee is the classic example of lighting one candle, lighting another. So quite not surprising at all that you came with what is top of the mind. You had actually come for the Toastmaster meeting, so mentally you are very much into Toastmasters. That explains, friends, how we say no, don't get bamboozled by funny thoughts. Keep it free. Then all these right thoughts will come to you. I'm glad you allow me this opportunity to tell them about one technique. Thank you for that. Secondly, then you moved on to your disabilities. Then you gave your thanks to your mentor. That's one part. Then he took another parallel line. Who doesn't want to be a millionaire? I think no hand went up, so not surprisingly. Then he said, how about thinking about the less fortunate? Always a very nice, lofty thought. And he said, so he ended there. There alone, if I may, it would have been wonderful, just like he talked about mentor. When you find poverty, would you go reach for your pocket? And that will make a lot of meaning to him. So two parallels you could bring to be a little more completeness. Just what occurred to me, I'm taking the liberty of saying. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think many of us, we are trying to understand the inner meaning and try to make justice to the topic. But remember, in a contest, so people will be talking on the same topic, at least a dozen people in medley, more than a dozen people on the same topic. So this is where you need to showcase some kind of differentiation. So everyone will understand the meaning and everyone will be able to come out with a story. But how you are going to make the differentiation, either through your body language or through humor or the opening or the last closure. So keep that in mind and then try to attempt table topics in the mock contest. So the fifth speaker would be Toastmasters Sendel. Toastmasters Sendel. Even a clock that does not work is right twice a day. Even a clock that does not work is right twice a day. Toastmasters Sendel. Can I come? Again. A clock does not work, but still it is showing right time 2 times a day. Suppose if it is stuck at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. it is showing the right time, even though it is not working.
Yeah, good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guest. So it's a good topic actually. So it's I can relate my real story. So what it happened? So my watch getting yesterday before when I went to sleep, right at the 10 a.m. it shows my watch is not working actually. So every day I used to I reach my office at 10 o'clock, but I always reach around 10, 15 something like that. So because I have to plan around 9:30 to start, I can reach in 10 minutes or 30 minutes something I have to plan. I always stuck in the traffic or something, I reach lately. But when I wake up around 7 o'clock something, I saw it's around 10 a.m. So I thought it's very late. I reached my office, but I reached very early around 8 o'clock. So it's got surprising me. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Some people are very visual. Clock. You look at the clock, the needle, the hour, whatever. From clock to watch. This is how mind works. And so watch what happened. 9:30, so he gave his routine. You start at 9:30, you reach by 10, etc. And you got late. If I may, as I see it, subject to the person who asked the question, even a silly clock, even a dead clock is correct twice during the 24 hours. Why? If it's stuck at 10:20, 10:20 it is correct. Next 10:20 it is correct. So to me the meaning is even the silliest looking guy, even the most ignorant guy, even the most illiterate guy may have some truth in it. I thought of the signal, railway signal. That guy is not even SSLC. But he will know exactly what time the train will come. He can actually save lives. So the story for me out of this is, anyone will be an expert in something. Therefore, don't look down upon anybody based on the guilt of your certificate. Guilt, I mean GILT. If you have a bit of GUILT based on that, most welcome.
Thank you. So I think the crux on the meaning of the intent of the quote already Toastmaster Thomas has explained. But probably at this point of time, let me give another tip. So you always need not have to agree with the topic master. For example, if the topic is given, probably I may disagree, saying that So a clock which is not working, it may be showing 2 times the right, but at what time it is showing the right time, I may not know. So it is basically a useless object. So in organization, we try to encourage mediocrity or encourage, by accepting everyone. So whether a person is performing well or person is not performing well, probably it is high time we need to find out who is the more productive person or who is not working well, and then we have to show some kind of differentiation, and probably you can end not agreeing with the topic. So this also you can think of. So this is one way to show you are in differentiation when 12 people are speaking on the same topic. So next let me call upon Toastmaster Pramod. Toastmaster Pramod, every failure is the brush stroke that paints the masterpiece of success. Every failure is the brush stroke that paints the masterpiece of success. Toastmaster Pramod.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. From this topic, what I understand is that failure is a stepping stone to success. Sometimes we stumble upon the stairs, but we have to keep going upstairs so that we can reach the top of the stairs. This reminds me of a movie I recently watched, the 4th movie of John Wick, where he was trying to climb 222 stairs, and there were these assassins who were attacking him from every angle, and he tumbled down each and every single stair. They showed each and every single stair that he tumbled down. It was painful to watch, but he got back up there. This also reminds me of every time I come here for table topics, where I'm struggling to come up with something to say, and I feel like maybe I'm getting better at it each and every single time. I also feel that way when it comes to prepared speech or anything else that I do at Toastmasters or anything else I do at life. So I suppose that I keep learning every single time that I show up. It's okay to fail, because if I'm failing, that means I'm showing up, and I should pat myself on the back for it, instead of staying back at home at my comfort zone where I could hide away from showing up. I would never fail, but I would never succeed. Therefore, I think it's very important that we show up and we fail, so that eventually we can paint the masterpiece of success. With this, I would like to end with an encouraging note that it's okay to fail, because Picasso must have been like me at one point before he became Picasso, and I would like to reach the top of the stairs someday. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Different take altogether, you will notice. Question was very, it had a lot of flourish. Every failure is a brushstroke that paints a masterpiece of success. Too many elements, I struggle. So I can imagine how you struggle. Because each is a masterpiece of sorts, in the sense. So what did you do? You humbly said, in my opinion. That's a clever way to do. In my humble opinion, this is what I understand. So that you are responsible only for that, not the other meeting that only he had in his mind. Clever. But in a contest, humility may not work. Just then you gave immediately that story, that movie line came on, popped up. You told 222 steps. Numbers are very, very, important. You can almost see it. I was wondering how many, 222, and yet he comes up, assassin somewhere. Things are happening. I didn't hear the bullet sounds, but I felt it. Then he talked about TT. That's something all of us are suffering from currently, right? So he said that you are getting better. That's immediate. Your thought about it. See, top of the mind, what's happening? He said, top TT, I'm getting better. He said that. Then he came into the story about instead of sitting at home and sleeping it out, I'm here. Show it up. It's a nice phrase. Show it up. And you said, you ended with 2, by the way. You said, show it up. Failing is okay. With that, you can create a masterpiece. Masterpiece, a good stroke was you ended with that same thing. All that you said, though it was outside the syllabus, you made it look like it is part of the syllabus. I'm taking liberties, not it works. I'm saying to you from that viewpoint. And then you talked about a second landing point, which is I will become Picasso one day. Take a call. The other one, the first one ending is beautiful. Stay with that. Give the 10 seconds. You give it as a donation to the audience. Yes, sir.
Thank you. So the next speaker will be Toastmaster Hema. Toastmaster Hema. True happiness is the quiet bond that reflects your inner peace. True happiness is the quiet bond that reflects your inner peace. Quiet what? Quiet bond. Bond that reflects your inner peace. Toastmaster Hema.
Good afternoon. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and their guests. True happiness is quiet bond which reflects the inner peace. Which reflects the inner peace. Yeah. I remember the year, like the first 4.5 years after delivering my daughters. That was the excellent phase, excellent period. I was very happy being with the daughters because it was quite a challenge. I have twin daughters. It was not easy to bring them up because none of the family members are. They had that, the guts to bring them up. My mom was not very. She was not very supporting in that way. I have taken a decision. Okay, I'm the one. I'm going to do it. So I'm not going to work. I have given my clinic to my juniors, let them handle. So I was only with my daughters. I had told my husband I'm going to be with my daughters for 4.5, 5 years. I thoroughly enjoyed my stay with my daughters because I dance, I sing, I'll be playing with them. I just taking them outside. I was doing everything. That phase is something I'm just very happy and missing a lot. So every time when I see some shorts or reels, which is just coming, the twins, I just run to my daughters. I show them this is the way you have done all the naughtiness, all that. Every time when I'm dull, I just take the mobile. I just see the shots of twins. I feel very happy. That is my inner peace.
Thank you. So when she heard this, along with me, Hemaji also was a little confused. True happiness, this is the thing, there are many nuggets. True happiness, if there's only one or two, it's easy. So true happiness is a quiet bond, that's a difficult metaphor that reflects the inner peace. So what did she do? Just like I did when I lost out, she repeated it. You buy time, which is fine by the way. Though, if you're very competitive, avoid doing that. That is not seen as the best. Nothing here, please, I'm talking about for future. Then, the good thing is, friends, all of us have this bank of the worst day of my life, the happiest part of my life. For her as a mom of twins who didn't have to go to work, spend all the time with the darlings, obviously that is, she will remember it ever and ever and again. So she dipped into it. That's all there is to it. Find out what in your bank, memory bank, works for this occasion. Click the two together, let it talk. That's all there is. Now, another thing I noticed, she brought in the clinic, she brought in the husband. So you can all, once you land, I'm telling you, for me, it's like the cat landing. Once you land, you can do what you want in table topics. And again, look at that. Cleverly, she repeated it saying, I recalled it. When I saw the reels, I remembered that. So second installment of happiness. Do that, you can do it legitimately. So I'm just observing, complimenting you for that. Thank you. Next, I'd like to call upon Mahalingam. Guest Mahalingam. Yes, Mahalingam. Knowledge is the compass that guides you. Wisdom is the map that shows the way. Knowledge is the compass that guides you. Wisdom is the map that shows the way. Yes, Mahalingam.
Good evening, friends.
Good evening.
Today is my speaker about myself. First, I introduce myself. First, I am Mahalingam from Chandravadi. I am working Ramanujam IT Park. Okay. Main reason I coming from here improve my communication. First, lagging of communication, I miss my opportunity. Currently, I am 10+ years experience in IT industry. failure of my communication, my position is not gained. Main reason I come in here, once I improve my communication means I need to
what is knowledge?
yeah.
What is knowledge? You can say something.
Okay, yeah. I am completed my BE GSN College of Engineering. I am coming from the native Tirunelveli. My background is full of thank you.
See, here you are. This is a story of parallels. Knowledge and wisdom. What is the link between the two? Let's hear it, especially those who haven't spoken so far. What's the link between knowledge and wisdom?
Knowledge can be taught, wisdom has to be learned by yourself.
So there is something more. So it is knowledge is academic. It's what you print. You buy Sir's book, you have the knowledge, but you need more to deliver it well. So that's essentially it. In other words, when you have two clear things, start with one of them. Spend some time on the knowledge. Library, I go to the library. Yeah, I saw this book. There I learned all about what's the latest thing called China. From China comes deep sea. Like, oh, I'm telling you, everybody, see, all this geek will get happy with you. They will vote for you. And then you say, what are the extra bit? For me, wisdom chanala age, because I have a bit of that, so I'm making use of it. But you know the Zen Buddhist, I know I have some imageries. So I will let go of that and say, that doesn't come from the books. There are illiterates who do wonderful things. So bring slowly, play, here it is about using your feet, stepping on both these feet, concurrently, is my thought.
Thank you, sir. So how many of you regularly participate in contest? Just a couple of hands. So one thing what we try to do is, as the contest chair wants, we try to fill up the form. One column where you are supposed to fill your favorite quote. So what is the favorite quote you regularly key in, Shankar?
It is quote from Vivekananda. So all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are.
Do you repeat that same thing every time, or you write every quote different?
No, different quote from Vivekananda.
So I normally write this quote my attention. I regularly write this quote. Knowing tomato is a fruit is knowledge. Not to put it in fruit salad is wisdom. So try to think of some funny quote, and that will come handy. So when such kind of topics are given. So whenever I hear the word knowledge or wisdom, without knowing the exact topic, I will immediately start with this and then try to take off, right? As mentioned by D.K. Thomas. So let me call upon to guest Harishankar. Harishankar, the topic. Love is the soil and friendship is the garden where it blossoms. Love is the soil and friendship is the garden where it blossoms. Harishankar.
Good evening, everyone. And the topic I'm given is love is the soil and friendship is the garden in which it blossoms.
Talk about your friend.
I think each of us have a lot of connections which we sort of depend on from time to time to sort of refresh ourselves. Like without we all have our comfort zones to which we lean back to whenever we we have our daily flow where we we follow the routine that we have, but sometimes we end up getting bamboozled by the nature of the beast. So that's when we sort of lean back on whatever friendship that we are having, and I think that is also much more important compared to the our daily routine that we are having, because ultimately, like whatever work we are doing, it's just to sort of like enjoy ourselves, and then for enjoying it, I think we need to nurture that proper friendship, and I feel I would like to conclude. I think that is what I mean.
Thank you,
Harishankar, yes, you took a safe route. You didn't take time to catch on to something, which is very important, and you used the words given to you. Now, inspired by the contest master, I am inclined to think something mischievously. If given to me, provided it's not recorded, or I will even change it. I'll say, love, friendship is the soil.
Love is the soil.
No, friendship is the soil where love blossoms into a garden. And I'll tell the story of how in college I was poor in trigonometry, and there was this bright girl, Anita, who we used to have a combined studies. And it started like that. Friendship blossomed. Soon all the other flowers blossomed. But then before I knew, she flew off to America, after where she got married. But the point I'm saying is, this is an ideal thing that can contradict. And you can get everybody, look for anything, any loophole like that. Right? Thank you.
So, TMOD, can we have 2 more speakers? Do we have time? Any other guest or Toastmasters who would like to volunteer? Yes. Name?
My name is Suresh.
Suresh. Excellence is the mountain top, but resilience is the strength that gets you there. Excellence is the mountain top, but resilience is the strength that gets you there. Suresh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the topic. So before I begin my topic, so I would like to introduce myself, because this is my first, this is the first time I'm participating in the event like this. So my name is Suresh Kumar. So basically I'm from Chennai. So first time, so when I did some research about communication skills, improving communication skills, obviously in ChatGPT, I was suggested to try Toastmasters. So that's how I came here. So I wanted to explore and develop myself. That is the whole agenda. So if I may, sir, can you please repeat it? So I just deviated.
Excellence is the mountain top, but resilience is the strength that gets you there.
Okay, excellence is the mountain top. Resilience is the one that gets you there. Okay, such a nice topic. So before I begin this, I just wanted to highlight a quote, which is my favorite quote. So one of the finance influencers called Sharon Edge, he shared that in LinkedIn. The quote which I really love, right? So it is better to be a foolish beginner than waiting to be a graceful master, right? So this topic also resembles the same. So when you have to start something, so don't worry about the end result, right? First you have to start, irrespective of how good, irrespective of how bad you are at that. So you have to start, and then you can develop yourself over the period of time. So never worry about the end result, right? The regret of not trying is far more worse than a failure. So that's what I believe in. So we always have to be resilient. Even if you fail in something, so you need to show greater resilience to come across the failures. So I think, so we all would have seen a lot of failures in our life, but it's very important to motivate ourselves and stand up and face the failures, embrace the failures, and move to the next steps. So I hope you got my message. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Here, I want to give you a different perspective. There are 2 things here: excellence and resilience. 2 elements, only 2 elements. What is the relationship between the 2? Quickly get that.
One leads to another.
Exactly. Then you can make 100 metaphors you can create. I want to get into the Indian team, so I started work. Make it your story. I wanted to do MBA. Nobody else in my family had it. So what did I do? Anything you can pick, destination and path. I want to become DTM twice, like both of us. So I did anything. And these are all stories about what you want to become in life. So it will have passion, it will have conviction. Go for it wherever you have a story about your passion and how you achieved it. You feel nice, they feel nice.
Thank you, sir. So in the recent times, Toastmaster International has brought a little bit of changes in the rule. One of them is not to mention about the previous speaker, especially in ISC speech contest. But I don't think this is applicable for table topic, not sure, but better stay away. But you can think of referring to another speech, especially not from the contestant. For example, in the conference or contest, the keynote speaker would have mentioned about a specific theme. Probably for this topic, if I were in a position, I would have referred to the president's speech, presidential address. Today she mentioned about the excellence as one of the four core values of Toastmaster. Probably that would have been a take-off point. So try to think on those lines. So this is another tip. Any other volunteer for the next speech? Who else has not spoken?
Yes.
Raja? Raja and Amalai, Toastmaster. Power is the river, but responsibility is the dam that controls the flow. Power is the river, but responsibility is the dam that controls the flow. Toastmaster Raja now.
Power is the river.
Responsibility is the dam that controls the flow.
Really, you know. So everyone has. We are all human beings. So this universe, there are so many creatures. So we have one start from one sense, two sense. So human beings have got a sixth sense. So we have got all the knowledge and wisdom. Everyone has got it from the human beings. So everyone has got their unique skill sets. Everyone we can say starts from the face. You cannot be the same as with others if you compare to them. Even in your fingerprints, it's not common. It's unique to everyone. So everyone has their own strength and weakness. So that comes as a power. Okay, so how you are utilizing it, how you are making use of it in your day-to-day life, that's going to make a difference. So everyone differs with your knowledge and then skill sets and then the way how you are applying it in your lifestyle. So that's going to make a difference. So everyone have to have their own limits. So we shouldn't be crossing our own limits. So we have to apply every skills with our limits at the point.
Thank you.
There are two ways you can tackle one topic. One is pick up that topic, chew over it like many of us do, and then therefore story. The other one is if you can think up a story. To the same thing I will say, last week my cousin, he was bashing his son like nobody's business. I felt bad. I know he's the father. I know he's stronger than that boy. But should he not have some restraint? I can launch like that. And then I can say, friends, it's one thing to have power. From rulers to fathers to mothers, they should all remember, it's good to have power, but there's something called responsibility. We also say, the famous thing, with power comes responsibility, right? Like I was that. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you can get a clear story with no idea given, start with the story, and then therefore you say you link it with the theme.
Thank you so much. Who is the most powerful person as on date today in the entire world?
Trump.
Huh? Trump. The moment I heard the word power, Trump comes to my mind. So the moment he took office, he signed 22 executive orders, right? How about the responsibility? In India, Modi cannot do that. Our Prime Minister cannot do that. It has to be passed through Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So this is what I thought. So one idea is not only sharing your personal story and other story, you can also stay connected with the current affairs. So think of read newspapers and think of some current affairs that can also help you to come out with the table topic ideas. So anyone else that's not done? Timer, can I call you here? Time, I think you have to come here. We give the card to Bharat. You can come here. Toastmaster Kritika. Empathy is the bridge that connects hearts even when words fail. Empathy is the bridge that connects hearts even when words fail. Toastmaster Kritika.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for the lovely topic. Look, empathy is the bridge which connects hearts, correct? If I'm not wrong, that's the topic. Empathy is
Yeah,
the
even
bridge,
when words fail.
even when words fail. Sometimes, when we look back at our childhood memories, like after a long day at school, it's not like every day, at school, only have, happy, stories to share. We may, also, we will have different emotions, every day at school, the happiness, sadness, we may be scared about something where we may not do our homework, all those memories may come back when I think about empathy, which is the bridge. So when we come back home and then when the mother or the father sees our body language, then they know that how our day goes, because if it's a very happy day, and then you come back home excited that you would like to share stories about what you experienced at school, or or if you had a very tough day, where you got where you had got scolded by your teacher, and then you are and you're not able to share it with your parents. So when your mom or your father tries to see by your body language that you're not able to say express what you had experienced in school, but just their thoughts, like come and sit down, have a meal with me, and share your experiences. So I think that kind of empathy itself helps. That kind of thought by our parents to share whatever experiences you go through in your school. Thank you.
What did Kritika do? She didn't dip into the dictionary to give the meaning of empathy. She described a series of actions that comes from empathy. Very well, because then you feel nice. Say, come sit with me, have a meal with me. That softness, it worked very well. Though, what are the story? No, empathy bridges connections even when the words fail. But in your case, words bridged what the actions failed to. Doesn't matter. People see, that's the beauty. People wouldn't notice. You gave me a nice feeling. Empathy is what? Empathy is that. So, that's all there is. People are not so clinical. They have other things to worry about. So, it's a very clever thing. That means your mannerism, the feeling you gave. It's not the words. You worked it well. Which also reminds me, another possibility would be, what is the contrast here? Words and actions. So if you can think of any other contrast of words and actions, a very tough looking guy, but maybe he's full of the milk of kindness. That is one way of substantiating this topic. It could be your boss. He's a one terrible guy, but when it mattered, he showed empathy. So it's a contrast between your words and actions. See, if you reduce it, friends, try and reduce everything to the elements. The element is action versus words. Then you can fly. Yep.
Thank you, sir. Sure. Do we have time?
One more week.
One more. So I think last week when Bharat asked me whether I can be the table topic master or table topic evaluator, then I chose the easiest option and left the tough job to distinguished Toastmaster Thomas. So it was a very, very tough situation today to give a live feedback. So as soon as this speech is delivered, the topic themselves are a little complex. and some speakers they tried to get diverted, and still Thomas was able to give a very productive feedback. I think he deserves a big round of applause. And to conclude today's table topic mark session, let me invite distinguished Toastmaster Thomas. Oh, here's the speaker. The last speaker.
Be kind for all that you have done. True fulfillment comes when you are content with who you are, not with what you have. True fulfillment comes when you are content with who you are, not with what you have. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas. Thank you. After 39 years of real hard work that I really enjoyed, one day I decided that I will stop working before my expiry date. I was happy. Then I realized the day I retired and the day after, I had no reason to get up. Bad. That's difficult, that's bad. So quickly I had read this book called Ikigai. I said I must find my Ikigai. Soon I did. I got into working with an NGO. Toastmasters already was alive for me. That was taking a lot of my time. And I also sought out and found an NGO after I for the first time learned how to do design all by myself. I used to get it all done as a head of communication. I learned it myself, and that joy was tremendous. What was hidden in this book, thing called What You Are. I changed what I was by enhancing my skills. This was not about mountain climbing. It was about doing a small thing which would help me add more value to what I wanted to do. As simple as that. And that gave me, first of all, I realized that at this age that I was then, I could still learn. You think you lost it because you have juniors doing all the donkey work. Here, I started enjoying doing the donkey work. Typing, say, like, I felt happy about myself. Other things, what I did for the society, again, I've always had this thing about adding value. It's always been, it's there in my motto. When if you are the contest master, you'll read it. Don't ask me this, ask some other question. So I'm saying, it's all about feeling happy about ourselves. Most of our life, we don't reach there. We have so many things yet to be got. But when we realize that, you also have the question, how much money is sufficient to retire and not to start? Difficult answer. Difficult answer. Once you get that, that's when the peace of mind that was asked of you comes and resides with you. I'm happy where I am.
Thank you so much. Diamond, can you please read out all the qualified table topic speakers' names? Just the names, not the timing, just the names of the qualified speakers. Please raise your hand when your name is announced.
Ravina, Jayashree, Venkatesan, Hema, Senil, Pramod, Mahalingam, Harishankar, Raja Anamale.
Thank you so much. So in today's mock table topic contest, not only I gave topics, I also shared some of the tips. One is to familiarize with some of the popular thought-provoking quotes so that you are not uncomfortable on stage, understand the meaning of it. Second thing is stay updated with the current affairs. Third one is try to recollect what something happened on that day, what the keynote speaker has said or some incident that has happened, that is milking the moment. Then the last one is to look for vital few and ignore the trivial ones. So in a big sentence, as I mentioned, one of the topics mentioned about knowledge and wisdom. In another topic I mentioned about excellence and resilience. Look for those vital words and from there you start, hang on. And if nothing works out, if the topic is totally not getting into your heart, final technique is to bamboozle the audience. So if you cannot communicate, confuse them, over to Shemuri.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman sir and Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham sir. All the topics were like typical table topic contest topics. I got quite bamboozled by some of the topics. I didn't know how I could have handled. Some of them were very typical. So thank you very much for that. I hope it provides to be useful practice for all our members for next week. I think now we have to move on to the evaluation session. I ask Toastmasters Indra to come and conduct the evaluation.
Moving on to the evaluations. So the purpose of the evaluation is to provide both recommendations and recommendations. Now let's hear from our evaluators their evaluation on the prepared speech. First, I would call upon Toastmaster Kausalya to evaluate Toastmaster Pradeep. Toastmaster Kausalya was a IT professional for about 10 years, and then she was an entrepreneur. Now she is leading a peaceful life as a full-time homemaker and also enjoying the life with me. Let's welcome Toastmaster Kausalya.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Pradeep gave a speech on Pathway, Motivational Strategy, Project 2, Writing a Speech with Purpose. It was a beautiful, humorous speech, and when it came to the title 4 Goals, it created curiosity. What were those goals and how he implemented it, or how he expects us to implement it. It was a well organized and compelling speech with humor. The speech was executed well with clear focus on the topic chosen. It had meaningful content with set goals which were very much relatable. The speech was clear and engaging with the questions to the audience, and you beautifully transitioned from one goal to another. It was easy to follow. You explained the positive attitude one should have, how it will impact one goal when you put your own example is very much gripping, and with the audience also. And your good advice from your coach Pandian about accepting fear and how to overcome it. You not only expressed your concern, but also you said how it should be, how we should overcome it. When I came here at the start of the meeting, I expressed my concern to Toastmaster Praveena of my fear. She said the same what your coaches said. Attempt it, then only you will overcome it. And your second golden rule was comparison to overcome it. And what you should do, you have to start believing in yourself. Same happened with me also. It was very much relatable. I think it would have been relatable to everybody at some point of time. When I came to the Toastmasters as a guest for the first time, too many dignitaries, too many DTMs, and most of the Toastmasters were like been there, done that kind of people, surgeons and everyone. So I was comparing myself with them. But overall, my mentor and the other Toastmaster said, you have to believe in yourself. Do not compare, do not overthink. So the second rule, I can relate very much to it. And third golden rule was stage fear. I also don't have stage fear, but my thoughts will be stuck sometimes. I go blank. So it's not to overthink anything or not to think what the people's opinion are. So it was very beautifully told by you that we should enjoy the process. And fourth one was consistency. The most important rule of all the rules. When audience were listening to the golden rules, they would have already implemented it, or they would reassure themselves that they have to follow all these 4 basic golden rules. Overall, it was a very good speech with good vocal variety, good eye contact. You were comfortable with the audience, you were with ease with the audience. In the end, you gave a strong conclusion which tied the whole content together. And it has given positive goals for everyone in the audience member. The specific goal was clear, and it was supported by your speech style as well. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you.
To evaluate Toastmaster Alagri's speech, I would call upon the next evaluator, Toastmaster Shankar. Toastmaster Shankar is a data scientist. He works in MNC, and we all know about his humorous narration in all the speeches. Let's welcome Toastmaster Shankar.
Toastmaster Alagri, this is one of the most beautiful speech which I ever heard in the very recent past. I was completely mesmerized in many of the places. Let me tell you, what are the places I have, let's say, for impressed on your speech. The project itself is for introduction to vocal variety and the body language. I was thinking that you are going to take the story from be it for Google or be it for stories, but you didn't do that. What you did that, you have taken the story. Not 1, not 2, but you have taken 3 stories. All the stories are unique but relatable to each other. The first story where, let's say, for the conversation between you and, let's say, for the correspondent, where the correspondent slapped not once, twice. That shows your the body language where it has appropriately met your project expectations. And second, very important thing on your mentor, I would say that Vijay Kumari madam. So where I don't know whether it is the intentional pass or it comes from your heart where you have passed and shown the emotion where I could relate what you have felt at the time. And third about Muruganandam. So that is what I needed. So probably when you talk about art, why we are, let's say for Abdul Kalam it is very famous because they all coming from the very poor family. That's what they are very famous. And third very important thing is that here I see that most of the places where you have sprinkled the humor where the audience can connect. And fourth one, because this pathway is a presentation mastery where you are wearing the suit that is appropriately met for this expectation. Probably, if you ask me the recommendation part, probably one thing I could say that, let's say where you are wearing the suit, and I see that in most of the place, most of the time you are wearing, let's say for shirt like, the suit like this. That is, as an audience, it's little annoying. And second very important thing, the conversation between yourself and correspondents where the correspondent, let's say for hit slap not one, twice, where I could see that you need to express the emotion. That probably missing. Overall, I was completely enjoyed your speech. Probably if you could work on a trivial thing, next speech would be the rocket speech. Okay.
Timer, can you please tell the qualified evaluators? I think audience can vote for the best evaluator. Moving on to the quantitative feedback. Now I'll call upon the timer, Toastmaster Kritika, to provide the timer report.
At the end.
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Toastmaster Pradeep had taken 7 minutes. Toastmaster Alagiri had taken 5 minutes. Toastmaster Pravina 1 minute and 56 seconds. Toastmaster Jayashri 1 minute and 47 seconds. Toastmaster Venkatesan 1 minute and 20 seconds. Toastmaster Hema 1 minute and 40 seconds. DTM Sugan had taken 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Sandil had taken 55 seconds. Toastmaster Pramod had taken 1 minute and 51 seconds. Guest Mahalingam had taken 1 minute and 32 seconds. Guest Hari Shankar had taken 1 minute and 42 seconds. Guest Suresh had taken 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Toastmaster Raja Anamalai had taken 1 minute and 46 seconds. Toastmaster Kritika had taken 2 minutes and 9 seconds. DTM Thomas had taken 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Toastmaster Kausalya has taken 3 minutes, and Toastmaster Shankar has taken 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika. Now I will call upon our counter, Toastmaster Hari Krishna, to provide the counter.
Good evening, Toastmasters. So I have observed that who are all been speakers, then now what are the things which has been used now. Toastmaster Pradeep has actually just done only one repeat word, and Aragiri has got, Toastmaster Aragiri has been repeated again a one word, and twice there is a pass. And Pravina, she has done only one repeat word, and Jayashree has not done anything. Venkatesan has used a like one time and repeat the word again on once. Distinguished Toastmaster Sugan has used once and pass, and Toastmaster Sendil has used once and so twice and but once, and there is a pass. Hema Toastmaster used has been twice, and am also been used as a twice. Mahalingam guest has used for 5 times,
Hari Shankar also used a couple of times and of course Suresh Kumar guest also used the same. And Raja Annamalai, Toastmaster Raja Annamalai has used twice and one repeat word. Kritika also used a word once and so twice. That's all for the report.
Now I would call upon Toastmaster Raja Annamalai to provide the grammarian report.
Good evening, everyone. So I was closely observing the speakers and I was noting down the important words and if at all any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, thoughts anyone used it. So I would like to thank Toastmaster Pradeep and Toastmaster DTM Thomas and the guest Hari Krishna who has used the word of the day bamboo. Thank you. So there are important words used by Pradeep, consistency, and then Alagiri used stage fright, and then Amrita used unpleasant. DTM Sudaraman used thought-provoking quote, mediocrity, and Toastmaster Pravina, adversity, and DTM Thomas, metaphor, mischievous, and ikigai is one of the important things. And the Toastmaster Shankar, trivial. And the Toastmaster Pradeep used the important quotes or sayings like believe and concentrate on your own ability, believe in yourself. And Toastmaster Pravina used success has many fathers, a failure has one orphan. And Toastmaster Jayasri has used good to believe things, ships are not for docking. And Toastmaster Venkat has used to find out the solution to move towards the light. The DTM Thomas used anyone will be an expert in something. Failure is a stepping stone for success. And Toastmaster Pramod has we show up, we fail, it's okay to fail, become a Picasso. And find out DTM Thomas used to find out what's in your memory and bank and express it. Guest to Suresh has used, it's better to be a foolish beginner than waiting to be a master. Never worry about the end results, embrace the failures. And finally, DTM Thomas used, feeling happy about ourselves. DTM Sundaraman used, excellence and resiliency, and DTM Kausalya, consistency and enjoy the process.
Moving on to the general evaluation. So we started the meeting 5 minutes late. It's okay, but because it's an outdoor meeting, but still we managed the time. And usually the schedule would come 5 minutes, one day earlier, that is on Thursday, but this time I could see, but it is still ahead of the time. Sergeant at Arms set the stage with the clear ground rules, and President Anuradha welcomed the guest, and the core values of Toastmasters also being told. Tia Modi, Toastmaster Amrita, she explained the theme very much, and it was very much relatable, and she explained a story that is really good. And coming to the speakers did really a fantastic speech today. Coming to the evaluation is already done by the evaluators. Coming to the TT session. The topics as told, it's typical contest topic. So I think our DTM had did the job on this very well. And also his tips then and there also helped us to get into what the contest is and how to into our table topic speeches. And evaluation, DTM had did a great job. So I think this is a very, very difficult and tough job to evaluate then and there. So that is really, we can do and evaluators, both the Toastmasters have did a good job. Maybe Kausalya, so you for your side, maybe some improvement, some recommendations could also be told. So all the I mean, you clearly explained everything, but some recommendations could also help the speaker. And tacting, though they are doing the first time or very new to this role, so they did a good job. First, I mean, yeah, that's it about the general flow. Coming to the recommendations from my side, it's only my perspective, so take this very positive. President usually have the guest intro, but I don't see this as a practice these days. I don't know whether it is what recommended. So guest intro is missing. And table topics. So this took a long time today. So this is very special today. So the topics are okay. I mean the meaning is easy, but it's quite lengthy. So for some, it took time to understand the topic. So for guests and the new joiners, it could have been, the topic would have been made easy. So that's one thing. And the evaluation, so with the 90 seconds, I think maximum is done by the media. But the evaluation is more focused towards the content and not on the delivery aspects. So that is also counted for the contest marking. So that could also be included, but I don't know whether it can be included in the 90 seconds period. Role players, as I said, it's first time they are doing this job. So some training or some instructions could have been given earlier. For example, for timer, I don't know whether they really know the timing schedule for all the different segments. So could have been told earlier. And also for grammarian, okay, general practice we always knew about the positive things. Maybe the misusage or the wrong usage, we have to bring it into practice. So that's one topic. Yeah, and the last one is speakers voting should be done before the evaluation. So I'm not sure whether that is done. So this should have been taken care. And finally, coming to the outdoor meeting. So outdoor meeting, we have both the pros and cons, most cons. So we have a lot of distractions, many kids playing and pros, and especially the seating arrangements. We didn't have proper seating today. We couldn't have the seats for everyone. So this could be thought about when we are looking for a next outdoor event. So that's all about the evaluation today. So take this as a positive note so that we can improve for the next meeting. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Silpana. So I just wanted to conclude on the theme. We discussed the flow state today. And how anybody can get into the flow state. So happiness is something that's completely individual to each person. It's up to us to work towards it, cultivate it, and defend it ourselves. And the goal is to find something that you love, that you are passionate about, and that gives meaning to your life, so that you can be in the state of flow as long as possible, and that leads to a very purposeful life. So with that, I conclude my theme and I hand over the meeting to President Toastmaster Anuradha. Voting. Please send the voting link and you can vote for all the speakers. I'll give you a minute. Timer, please time it. Give 1 minute for the voting. Has everyone voted?
Ma'am, if I may say something, this doesn't let me complete it so long as I don't vote for myself. With that I cannot complete this. You follow? I cannot. I have to give somebody a name. It's a little anomaly. Consider this. Nota is not there. In other words.
Nota is not in.
Yeah. Just okay. I'll give it.
Okay, we'll take it as feedback.
Nota.
Okay. If everybody has completed voting, we'll continue with the rest of the session. Toastmaster, are you ready? Okay, we are waiting for the results.
Results will come. You can continue.
Yes, sir. But she has to announce the results.
No, that should come after 1 or 2 minutes. You can take guest feedback.
Yes, Thank you. So today we had an excellent session. We had mock TT. I hope all of you are aware what is the routine in the TT and you will be prepared for the contest. The contest which is scheduled on February 22nd. So I request those who didn't nominate it so far, I request you to nominate as soon as possible so that it will be easy for us to plan for the contest. It's a time to get the feedback from our guest. I like to call, first I like to thank all the guests those who come today. Initially, since we have started 5 minutes delay, to save the time, I didn't call the guest to the stage. So now we have the time for the guest. Guest Mahalingam, can you please come and share your views about today's meeting?
Today's speaker, I like Pradeep's speech, thing that speech modulation and the body language, everything looks like a good. And some key points I have a very sporty for my week. I improve my communication skills also. And the topic is today first day, so I can struggle with. I can improve my. Thanks.
Can we have guest Praveena? Can you tell us about yourself and about feedback about the presentation?
Good evening, everyone. So Pradeep sir invited me, so I want to meet him. Sorry, I came here to, actually he invited me, I don't know about this Toastmaster. I came here, I know about, so this is improving our knowledge and improve our communication skills, everything. So this is very helpful to everyone. So I like everyone's presentation, like I came to his presentation like this. I came at the time, he explained very well. So I liked it very well. Thank you.
Can we have guest Puvai? Can you share your?
So hi, very good evening to everyone. I am a Puvai Kannan. I was based out of Chennai and running out of my company like in P4S. I am based out of the BGV background verification. My graduation is in criminology and cyber forensics. And how I come to know this forum? During my Bangalore assignment only last month I come to know the Toastmasters, some of the people coming over to the meeting in the Bangalore Grand Prix Hotel. Okay, through that I come to know this Toastmaster and I call up Amrita ma'am, referred by some other people from the same forum. I really enjoyed the session, whatever happened. I complete the session, totally I see that, observe something. And I would like to, the summary is given by the ma'am. Okay, that's the total pros and cons, everything. That I like to have the observation on this. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear guest Balaji? Welcome. Tell us about yourself and about today's meeting.
Myself Balaji, I am coming from nearby IIT Madras. Fellow Toastmaster attended for this meeting to improve my communication and public speaking. So also improve. Also I 10 minutes late to this meeting. Next time I will improve the
conversation. Totally, the meeting is different. I saw the tips from Thomas sir, giving the tips and how to start the speech or elements and some words are very important. And I learned from fellow Toastmasters. And, next meeting I will also participate in the contest. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Ramakrishnan.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Ramakrishnan. I'm coming from Valaseri. First time I'm coming for improve my language and knowledge. Next time I will talk.
How did you come to know of this meeting, sir? How did you come to know of this meeting?
Yeah, my friend reference.
Yes, sir. Sorry. I have Toastmasters. Please see your people.
Well, first of all, hello again. My name is Sugan Kumar. I slowly recognize some faces. So I want to thank you, sir. So this is my thank you, sir, for he recommended me coming for today's meeting. I've been a Toastmaster for a while now. I'm based in the US, but I always like to come back. One of the things that I do enjoy about Toastmasters is about you get a chance to meet people, get to know each other. That's the way I am. You get a chance to meet people, and I like to do it in a more offline setting, just like this. You get a chance. And other thing I noticed is I came last year also. They were very meeting. We're like almost like 25 fields are here. In US, I'm just being honest. The clubs I'm part of, and I this year I'm a area director, meaning I go to 4 clubs. We get, and on average, about 10 or so. That's a lot. Well, 10 to 15, depending. But some clubs did the work. So that's really good work, I think. One thing, I wasn't here first time. What I haven't done, I've done twice to my clubs and they continue. For example, generally the one who's the Toastmaster for the day, ask them, is there any birthdays and any anniversaries or anything at your work which you like to be recognized for? If they say, hey, it's my birthday today, you may not think it's a big deal. If I say, sir, thank you, happy birthday, I would say it's not a big thing, but inside, then you think, well, that's nice. People already knows. That's a very good feeling. So if you don't do that, I would really recommend it. Okay, that's one thing I would say. Other than that, I was the person just now. She was just asking whether you wanted to run the. She couldn't hear properly. I came 3 weeks back. I ran my contest for the entire area just before I came to US. So rather coming to India. But one thing I recommend is don't leave. This is an opportunity to talk and get a chance to meet other people. I'll give you an example. I've been in Toastmasters for about 15 years. Okay? The reason when I first joined, I thought I'll be in and be out. Real good. The more and more people you see, I really recommend going to all these meetings. What the district provides, it's an opportunity to learn. And one thing I would say, I have made friends not only in Chennai. I've made people from all the world because I went to 4 international conferences. It's an outstanding. We have over 2,000 people show up to these meetings. That's from 400 different countries. So this is, sometimes we think, oh, just one meeting, it's done. But this is Toastmasters, it's all over the world. So I would strongly recommend you guys enjoy, learn, practice, and before you know it, you're going to be a really good session. One final thing I just want to say. This, for example, like US, let's say 2 people are there, okay? So 100% marks, 100% mark. Everything seems to be perfect. If you put on your resume saying, I'm part of Toastmasters, people, organizations recognize you. That means the communication skills have improved. So putting that on, if you have the organization, if the people want to get hired, chances are the person who has it is going to get hired. So anyway, thank you everyone for saying. Also, sir, I don't remember your name. Thomas, thank you, sir. You did an outstanding job. It's just this one. So I can't do your name. Yeah, like she also recognized you, but what you're doing is not easy. You're putting all together real quick, and you're able to spit it out, whatever your thoughts are. So I just want to thank you. So thank you so much.
I like to recognize our first time role players, all intact. It is timer, our accountant, grammarian, all are first time role players. Then before going to today's winners, I like to announce the star of the month January and rising star. Since both the star and rising star are available today, I like to give this rising star of the month January goes to Toastmaster Alagiri. Then star of the month January 2025 goes to Toastmaster Shankar. Best tag role play goes to Toastmaster Raja Annamalai. Best TT speaker goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas C. Abraham. Best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Shankar. Best role player goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Sundarama. Best speaker Toastmaster Alagiri. So with this we are coming to the end of the meeting. I like to thank all of our members, especially Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas sir and Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman sir for conducting like a contest. So all of us participated and we learned and also we enjoyed. And I like to thank our guests, especially Sugan sir, for your valuable feedback. And other guests, those who joined today, and our members. I thank all of you. And with this, I like to adjourn meeting number 819. Yes, sir, we will take.
Group picture.
Sir, after snacks,
சரி.
okay, sir.